Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. Capron Park Zoo is in the process of renovating its Samuel M. Stone Rainforest building. The building has only had a few minor facelifts in its 54 years of existence, with no major structural renovations. The building was at a point of being in dire need of repair, and this year the zoo closed the building to make those renovations. These fixes have opened up new opportunities, and we spoke with the Zoo Curator Melanie Fernandes to get an idea of what we can expect in the future.
Once they finish doing all the structural work, which has been completed now, now it's time to start working on the exhibit itself. We have been working really hard in here. I shouldn't say we have, but our operations staff has been. It involved taking out literally tons and tons of old concrete in order to essentially razz the exhibit so we could start all over again. The only thing we've managed to maintain, or purposely maintained, were some of the trees that were in okay health condition, where we took out a couple that were, almost dead or dead. If everybody recalls, in the middle of the Rainforest exhibit, for many years, there's been a large pool that has actually been cracked out and taken away. That's again, that tons and tons of concrete. Also behind me, you can see there was some terracing done over here at one time. That's also all been removed. Underneath all of that work that our staff had done, there were years of other projects that had to be removed in terms of concrete. So it wasn't just the concrete we've laid, it was, since 1963, layers of concrete that had to be cracked out and removed. So all that's been done. Again, another thing they had to do is literally tons of soil had to be removed from here. It seems like there's still a lot in here, but actually we've taken out a lot. Had to rent a loader actually to do it. There was so much soil to remove, we couldn't do it just by wheelbarrow. And now we're at the getting ready to start putting in the new elements of the exhibit as we go along. Those of you who may remember back when this exhibit opened in the 60s, it had a very different format. Behind me there was an otter exhibit, and on the other side there was a waterfall, and in the middle there was a big goldfish pond. The goldfish pond won't be coming back, and neither will the small-clawed otters. But we found when we took apart a lot of the stuff in the exhibit that a lot of the structure and plumbing for the old waterfall was still intact. So our operations staff made the decision that they're going to use that and move the waterfall to the far side of the exhibit. In the middle of the exhibit eventually will be a bump-in area where people can actually physically walk into the exhibit and feel a little bit more immersed in what our rainforest is like. The walls, a lot of you will remember there was living walls that had sphagnum moss with things like pothos and creeping fig growing on it. That's all been removed to preserve the building. What had happened is over many years the cinder block had absorbed so much water it was literally crumbling. So we had to take all that out, dry out the block. Now it's been epoxy coated, so from the inside water won't seep into the brick, and the outside is going to have a special drive-it system put on it in order to maintain it from that side so that we're not getting moisture seeping in and causing problems from the elements. So there'll be no more living wall, but they chose this nice bright color that sort of lights up the whole exhibit. So it'll be very nice once everything is done and the animals are back in here. You're really going to be able to see everything quite nicely. A lot of work still to go. Our operations staff today had some other things they had to work on, so obviously not in here, and we are, but they'll be hard at work in here as the months get colder and we can't be outside, making all of this really nice for the spring of 2018. There are definitely going to be new animals. We're not sure what ones yet. Some of that is what's available from other facilities to put in this kind of exhibit. Some of the animals that were seen in here may not return. They'll stay in other exhibits that are better for them. Some of our birds that don't have companions or have some health challenges may stay or will stay in other exhibits rather than coming back in here where it's more difficult to monitor their health. The bats will come back. We're hoping to maybe even get some new species of bat to add to the exhibit. We're just going to see what's available as we go along. That is part of what our management staff right now is working on coordinating.
That's it for today's update. You can watch all of our content in high definition by visiting our website, DoubleACS.com, by downloading the DoubleACS mobile app or visiting the DoubleACS Roku channel. For DoubleACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.